Good evening. Welcome back to Be Rich. Today I want to talk about the Russian and Ukraine crisis. I am not going to do the normal thing and say how it is going to affect global markets. I am not going to talk about the disastrous effect of high crude prices. Nor am I going to talk about Putin and whether he should or whether he will or he will not. That is matter of speculation and only Putin knows whether he is going to invade or not. But today I am going to link an article that I read in the Economist in recently and a book that I read when I was 27. The book I am talking is the book called Alchemy of Finance by the great George Soros. In that, Soros wrote what is called a Reagans Imperial Circle. Reagans Imperial Circle basically said American rates were going up as Paul Volcker was jacking up interest rates and the dollar was strengthening because money from all over the world was flowing into America. So the American dollar strengthened, and America was got into a area of frenetic deficit financing and was willing to borrow more. This led to a positive feedback circle called the Reagan Imperial Circle, and the bad memories of the past 73 74 bear market and the weak markets past. There was a raging bull market till 1987 when the market crashed for a day, what is known today as Black Monday. But basically, what Reagan's policy did was a benign policy of rising rates, borrowing more and spending, and this was a very positive cycle, super cycle for the American market and American asset prices. But what has that got to do with what is happening in Ukraine today? Putin has massed troops encircling Ukraine and he is threatening an invasion. A small portion of Ukraine has already been captured by the Russians and they are being given Russian passports. And Russia has practically annexed these two. Parallels are being drawn to the meek surrender that the Neville Chamberlain and the rest of the Western leaders did when Adolf Hitler invaded Poland, and that was the end. Similarly, Ukraine is a watershed movement. A defunct NATO has become very active. People who dismiss NATO as a very unimportant alliance are today waking up to the importance of NATO. This may force countries like Sweden and Finland to join NATO. Also, it may also convince Ukrainians that they are better off being closer to Western Europe than to Russia. But these are all long term effects. What is the short term circle that I saw? Over the last 1 month, the Russian ruble has fallen by 1.5%, is trading at 76.5 ruble to a dollar. Over last 5 months, the ruble has gained, but in the last 1 month, the ruble has lost value and is continuing to lose value. As the ruble is continuing to lose value, inflation in Russia is going through the roof. When I last checked, Russian inflation was above 9%. The Russian central bank, in reaction to this, has been jacking up interest rates for some time. The Russian central bank increased interest rates last week and interest rates have reached 9%. Now, here is a problem. When interest rates rise, the value of a currency has to go up, but the ruble is falling. But then you could say ruble is not a global currency and threat of sanctions is what is driving this weakness as Westerners encash all their money and take out. But there is another part to the equation which should say something to us. Russia is the second largest exporter of crude, and crude exports is a major source of revenue for the Russians. In fact, after Saudi Arabia, Russians are the largest exporters of crude. Not only that, they supply the bulk of gas consumed by Britain and Europe. In fact, Germany is completely dependent on Russian gas being supplied through pipelines. This means energy prices being where they are, you are going to have bumper export earnings. That means hard currency is going to flow into Russia. Even if the current crisis ends, oil will drop to about $80 to $85 from about $95 to $85. So oil is trading well above its last 5 year average. This means Russia is going to earn copious amounts of US dollars in exchange for commodities sold. That means, in turn, if there is no sanctions, Russian oil industry is going to do extraordinarily well, and there is going to be a gush of dollars into Russia. This what will happen is a combination of high interest rates and currency coming back. In the case of the Reagan Imperial Circle, money flew in just because of interest rates. Here, it is not because of interest rates, but because high crude will mean lot of oil earnings and dollar is going to come in. And if the crisis ends, more Russians and international investors will rush money into ruble. All this means that once this crisis passes, the ruble will gain in value. Unfortunately, those sitting in India will not be able to take advantage of this. But for anybody who can invest in global markets, buying ruble or ruble denominated assets is a good thing to be. Even if Russia invades Ukraine, the ruble will crash. These sanctions are not very effective. Sooner rather than later, the sanctions will be lifted and ruble will be acceptable. Anybody who has a position inability to buy Russians the index or a Russian currency should consider an investment in ruble. It can mean a quick thing. In case Russia invades Ukraine, it's more of a buying opportunity. If Putin bails out and does not invade Russia, it's an immediate payback of 3 to 4%. Thank you for watching. Be rich. If you like this video, kindly subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification. Turning on the bell notification ensures that every time we put a video, you are notified. Kindly share this video among your friends and relatives. I'll be obliged if you can convince them to subscribe to my channel. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support.